going to start by converting over words from English to Finnish. The first word which we are going to convert over is the word moral. Moral. Words ending al can be converted into Finnish if we add another a and I. Moral becomes morali. Terminal is going to convert over the same way. So how is that?
Terminally.
How about normal?
Normally.
The word he or she in Finnish is same word, and it's hän. So it's basically H and A with two dots on top of the A and N. So to remember this word, we can think of the word human, but just like taking off the U and M. Then we have this han, and if we add the two dots on top of the A, we have the a sound, han. And this a sound can be found in the English word cat or black, and in many words, especially in the American English pronunciation. So, will you repeat it? Han?
Han.
Very good.
Yes.
So, the word is in Finnish is on, O-N. How would you say she is?
Han on.
How would you say she is normal?
Han on normally.
How would you say he is liberal?
Han on regular.
That's right. How would you convert over the word festival?
Festival.
Loyal?
Loyally.
That's right. So in English we have the y there, this sound, loyal. So in Finnish instead we have j. This j is always creating this sound. How about scandal?
Scandally.
Ideal? Ideal is in English kind of confusing. In Finnish we say ideal and then we continue, but we have this sound there in Finnish, ideal. But in English these A, B, C, D, E, this letter coming after D is sometimes pronounced I, sometimes E, sometimes E. In English it's really confusing, but in Finnish we have always E. How would you say ideal to the rest and you have the word in Finnish?
How do I say ideal?
Ideal is ideal, and then you add the vowel, the A and the I. So how would it be?
Ideally.
Very good. You're making very good progress already. Global.
Globally.
Digital.
Digitally.
So now the next word which we have word rise. So rise. So in the English word we write it R, I, C, E. So if we think about the C, rise, it's pronounced as an S. So in Finnish we don't use the word letter C. We use K or S depending on how we pronounce it. In English we have this E there at the end, rise, but in this case we don't pronounce it. It's not like rise, rise or something. So when we have this kind of silent E in English, we're going to take it off. And now we do the rest. So we put an I, we have risi, and now we do the last step. What do you think it is?
After risi.
Risi, yeah? And we're going to add one thing. Then we have it in Finnish.
To make it what?
Normal.
Normally.
Yeah? What did we do there?
Okay, then we put again I.
Yes. We put the I and the A. So here we have risi, we got a double.
Double I, then it can be risi.
Risi, risi. So we have ri, we have the long I sound there, and then we have S and short I sound, risi. How would you convert over the word ritual?
Ritual.
Ritual, yeah.
Ritually.
Ritual, very good. Signal?
Signally.
Yeah, that's right, signal. The GN or NG in Finnish is very soft, signal. But, we're gonna think about that sound later on. So the only letter in Finnish that has two sounds is G. So when G has N, it's very soft, like signal. But otherwise it's like in gorilla. So the only letter in the entire language that has two sounds is G. And it's in very specific case. In the word gorilla, it's very hard. How would you convert over the word motive? So again we have the silent E. We're going to take it off. And what we're going to put there at the end?
Motivi.
Motivi, yes, we added an I. We took off the A, B, C, D, E. So this letter coming after D, I'm going to call it A, B, C, D, E. Is
Yes.
that alright? Because I always confuse E, I, O.
Yes, I
It's
understand.
just confusing. So let's call it A, B, C, D, E. We take that off, and what letter did we put there?
I.
I, yes. And we did one more thing. What did we add as well? Now we have motivi. What else we did?
We make it double.
Yes. So on the second last syllable we added another I. So motivi. That's very good.
Motivi.
So how about native?
Nativi.
So yes, it would be native. So in English we have an A. So we have A. It produces this A sound. But in Finnish it's always A.
Nativi.
Native. Very good. How about adjective?
Adjectivi.
In English we have C there before T. But in Finnish we have K. How about vocal?
Vocali.
Vocale, yes. So this word vocal or vocale in both Spanish and Finnish means vowel. So in English we have a different word for vowel. But vocal really means, or vocalist for example, it means singer. Vowels are really sounds which we produce when the air is flowing freely. So if I say I, the air is coming very smoothly and my tongue is doing very little work. But if I say k, b, d, my tongue is vibrating and all sorts of things. So that's the main difference. So how about word roll?
Rolly.
That's right. We had the silent E, in other words A, B, C, D, E, and we took it off and we put I, and we doubled the O. Yeah, roll. Very good. How about mobile?
Mobile.
Mobile. Profile?
Profile.
Fossil.
Fossili.
Yes, that's right. But in English we write it with two S's. And in Finnish as well, so we're gonna pronounce both S's.
Fossili.
Very good. These vowel sounds like E and A, and so they're in the same syllable. So, for example, in the word fossil, fossili, we have three syllables, fos, so we have two S's, and between them is like border of the syllables. So fossili, fossili. The next word is paradise. How would you say paradise?
Paradisi.
One more thing happens here. We have D and we're gonna change it to T. If we think about D and T sounds, D, T, T, they're very similar. D is just soft T, really. And Finnish just changes it to the hard version, to the T. So instead of paradisi, it is paratisi. And actually, in this kind of case, when we have two vowels after this kind of thing, we always have the hard version. How would you say parade?
Parade.
Parade.
Paretti.
Let's take it slowly. Don't worry. It is written P A R A D E. Convert that.
Paretti.
Take it slower, because only when we think slowly, we will learn quickly. Let's take it syllable by syllable. What is the first syllable? Parade. Pa, that's the same. And what do we have in there in English next?
R.
Yes, and the vowel? Yes,
A.
that's in Finnish, and in English it's
A.
parade, A, yeah. But in Finnish, para.
Para.
And what do we have in English next?
D.
D. Now we're gonna do the same thing as we did to the paradise. What does the D become?
T.
Yes, and now we have parati. Now we have parati, but now we have the second last syllable, which is the one with the A sound. What do we do to that? We have parati.
Para. In English it was E. So
Now we have all the necessary things. We have parati, but we have to make one thing longer. So we have to add another vowel to the second last syllable. So parati,
Parati.
So not another R, but another vowel. It's the vowel right after the R.
So we make double A.
Yes. How is it?
Parati.
Very good. How about the word caravan? So C-A-R-A-V-A. So like camel, people, caravan, they're going with. Or another word, do you know these big cars where you can sleep and go around? These are also called caravans. How would you convert over the word caravan?
Caravani.
And instead of C, we have what letter? K, that's right. Radical?
Radicali.
Radicale. So here the D stays as soft because we don't have two vowels after it. We have radicali, and the ka is the long. It's not radi, so it's radicali. Civil.
Civil.
Yeah, but now you forget the last vowel. So you had civil.
Civili.
Civil, that's right. And how do we write the C?
With S.
S, that's right. Veteran.
Veterini.
Almost. So we have ve, te, and
Ran.
veterani. Very good. How about volume? So we have the
Volume.
silent E there.
Yeah.
The A, B, C, D, E. We take it off, and what do we put in?
Volumi.
Volume. That's right. So we take off the A, B, C, D, E, and we put it in I, and we double
Trio.
potential.
Potenziale.
Almost. Now you have potential, like it's coming to you. So think about how it's written. It's written with T there.
Potentiale.
Potentiale. Very good. Bar.
Bari.
That's right. This is a loan word. So although we have two vowels after their B, it's not pari, but bari. So it's still soft. So with some loan words that have joined Finnish later on, we can have the soft version even if we have two vowels after it. And then words ending S-I-S, like Chris's, we can convert them over by removing the last S and doing the same thing as always.
Crisi.
Crisi, that's right. How about diagnosis?
Diagnosi.
Diagnose. We have to be really careful with these English I's, and in Finnish it's just E. Check it, double check. Oh, which one? Ah, yeah, and we get it.